Okay, today we will not.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Today we're not going to stay until very late, because I know tomorrow is your first major paper, your E-Math, right? Which is 2:30 to what time? 6. Paper 1 and 2, correct? Is it paper 1 and 2? Only paper 1 only. Oh, okay. So then after that will be Tuesday English paper, right? Okay. So remember your Tuesday, your English paper. I'm not sure your teacher told you that you must check on your do from date. Right? Seeing you know that. You must write to who from who. You must check. I spotted is most likely will be article and speech. Okay, have you done article before? Article and speech. Article will be quite easy. Go straight to a point there. But if it's a speech, you know you must give like good evening, good morning to the certain group of people. Okay. All right. So all the best to your exam. Wei Kun, are you ready to turn on your camera as well as Yang Xiang? Thank you. Now, today's lesson, we will talk about more on the globalizations. Hopefully, this topic will kind of have some enrichment in case your Tuesday is about essay on global warming, globalizations, or what to do with international platform. That would be great. So it kind of aligns with it. So this is a refresh course, and if you're not sure anything, just ask Uncle Raymond, okay? Now, before that, look at this. These are the topics that we hopefully can cover by today, but may not be possible, but we'll do our best, okay? So look at this one here. Let us go through this slide later on. So study source A, how does this source help you understand the impact of globalizations? Yang Xiang, are you there? Hello, Yang Xiang, are you there? Bei Kun, are you there? Bei Kun, can you turn on your camera? Okay, so nobody is replying me. I'm in the bus. Okay, hi, Bei Kun. Oh, in the bus, be careful, safety. Please watch your step when you alight from the bus. Oh my goodness. For goodness sake. Okay, Bei Kun. Are you ready to read, please? All the way. Extract of a speech made by parliaments by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. So do you think it's positive or negative about globalization? Obviously, he's the guy who's supposed to support. Agree, Xiao Xing? He have to support, right? Why? Why do you think he need to support this? Anyone can tell me? Why do you think Mr. Lee Hsien Loong need to support this cause of it? Ziying? No idea?
Sorry, what did you say just now?
Why our dear Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, why will he? This one to me is definitely a positive. Okay, to me, I haven't read the topic yet. So to me, I feel that this whole source should be positive. But before we reading all this, let's say we don't read that. What makes you think that what he say will be positive? That's my question, Zee. Are you there? Can you get me? Okay, what is your answer? Cannot take too long to think. Tomorrow you take too long to think for your math. Good luck to you. Xiao Xing, what is your answer?
Lee Hsien Loong, Prime Minister of Singapore, and would want to, support globalization as it can bring economic benefits to Singapore, being that being more globalized, travel is easier and more tourists will want to come to Singapore. This will help boost Singapore's economy and help Singapore prosper. And as Prime Minister of Singapore, it will be one of his chief goals.
Yeah, yes, it's one of his main objective mission statement. If he's going to put negative impact of globalization, he's taking his own gun, shooting at his own foot. 对吗？自己拿刀捅自己对吗？被困。Right, it will not make sense if you say, hey, sorry, globalization really sucks, doesn't make sense to Singapore. It brings global warming, bring all this negative. Then I tell you, seriously, Nobody will come to 3i will not come to invest, to involve, and to have these innovations for this country. That's why Singapore is considered right now is a business hub. Okay, it's a business hub. Okay. Without this business hub, you know, these are all the taxes, right? Import, export taxes, and also Xiaoxing, you agree that Singapore is also FTA. It's one of the members of FTA. And Singapore is also important in terms of this, what the speech is going to say. Pei Kun, are you ready? Read to the class, please. Yeah, upside down. Zhao Xuan, your camera upside down. I see your pants upside down. Zhao Xuan, you're upside down. Okay, Pei Kun, let's go.
The social issue that I want to talk about is the widening income gap. Many Singaporeans are saying that the cost of living is high, that life is not getting better the way it used to get better. This is a problem that affects many countries because the root cause of this is not our policies, it's globalization. So the question is, for Singapore as a whole, is globalization good or bad? I believe that globalization is a big plus because of globalization.
Stop, sorry, Pei Kun. He said a big plus. A big plus means it's a super important. Now take note, if you see any questions like this for this coming exam, it's a big plus, it's a big bonus. Not just bonus, big bonus. That means it's a super duper great effect to the country. Without that, it's going to be devastating. Carry on, because
of globalization, we have grown and prospered. Because of globalization, we are the busiest port in the world.
Exactly.
We are a big financial center, wealth management center, fund management center. Because of globalization, we are a major tourist destination attracting investments from all over the world.
15 years from now, don't mind, it's not 看不起你们 15 years from now, you are already 30 to 30 years old. This is your prime age. Then Xiaoxing is saying, why must be 30 years and 31, then I become prime age? I cannot be 25, 26. No. You know why not? Because for guys, all of you, if you are going to continue to study in Singapore, you're going to serve 2 years army. Then you go for a degree, right? With this kind of caliber like your, hello, Zhao Xuan, turn over and see me. Hello, yes, good boy. With people like your caliber, don't stop there as a degree holder. 对吗, Zhao Xuan? You must further go ahead and study for your master. True not? Right? By then, ding dong here and then, you're already 26 years old or 27. So if you are taking medicine, you're taking law, you're taking architect, you might end up 26 or 27. That is the time when you come and join the workforce 3 or 4 years later. Hey, don't push your mom away, very bad at you, Zhao Xuan. After I push you away. Huh? Your sister, oh, sorry. Because I just have a glance, I thought it's a mommy. What's wrong with your sister sitting there and listen?
No, I'm asking her to come nearer.
Hello, 你好。你狗狗很坏蛋哦，我知道。你不要喝水，喝到那水喷出来，哎呦，不定啊！等下你狗狗全部都试了。Okay. You see, Cao Xing, Ziying, Yang Xiang, Pei Kun, Xing Chen, and Zhao Xuan, you guys are the next generations to bring this globalization to a next level, to the next platform, to the next stage, to the next arena, to the next paradigm shift. Therefore, it is important, ladies and gentlemen, we are inculcating all this to you to ensure that you are able to move this globalization to a new platform. So sorry, Cao Xing, it's kind of like propaganda, right? To say it's good, it's good. And honestly, Cao Xing, let's be honest, Zhao Xuan, it must be good. 不然等一下你们毕业了没有工作做什么？扫地啊。So I'm a master degree, I sweep the floor. I'm a master degree, I clear the plates. Nothing wrong with this job, right? Ziying, correct? But all this can be using AI, 对吗？ Right? 我们要做大事的人，对吗？不可以是大材小用，听过这句话好，赵贤，对吗？你看过那个成龙一部戏大兵小将小将大兵 something like that 的成龙那个戏 ？Will you understand why 有一个戏叫成龙做的大兵小将Uncle Raymond 有在里面演，我演了一个小兵。Are you surprised? No, you're not surprised. Okay, no. So you must be surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised with you like that, got no hair. 对，做小兵，你做除非你做那个秦朝了，那个太监宋公公。Okay, let's move on. This is very important. Globalization, take notes. It's not just for social study. Some of you are going for A-level and further studies, or even the MBA. It's time for Master Business in Administrations. You need all these to bring out. 给新加坡的 next generations 是靠你们俩。真的，你的父母亲已经做好他们的本分 to bring this stage already. The next stage is very competitive. 贝坤，星辰 is very competitive. 星辰 please stop playing your game. Look at me. Okay, so it's very competitive because you know why? I also don't know why 嘞，赵璇。喂，Norton, why? Yeah. I also don't know why. 为什么 so important? 为什么 globalization 接下来的10年是 going to be super important?
It's probably the time when the technology 来飞速发展了 technology.
Okay, well done. It's called the paradigm shift, right? 飞速发展。Then sorry 开玩笑，关我们屁事。No, seriously, you must ask. So what big deal?
No, like for example, like as the years go by, the human will create like something called the artificial intelligence robots lah. So they can like take over like normal jobs like the cashier like this.
那这样你不用读书了吗？你去 design 一个 robot 帮你
But
做
then
工
you
吗
have no more job now, if you don't have enough.
Then what's the point of globalization? 对呀，为什么？你说的没有错吧？为什么很重要？对你跟你的 sister， 对你以后你的孩子，对你以后你的 nephew and niece， 对你以后下一代，为什么这么重要 ？Why so
We can
important?
like, take in more knowledge.
Yes, that is the thing. More knowledge, actually more knowledge. Knowledge 会怎么样？可以当饭吃吗
Can what?
？Very good. 怎么当呢 ？No, I'm serious. Hey, I'm not joking. Now it's coming exam,
Like
so
you see, you take in more knowledge, and then you can do better jobs, like jobs that like other normal people can't do lah. And then you can earn more money and then live a better life.
So 赵贤的 sister 你听到吗？你哥哥其实是很不聪明的嘞，他是非常聪明的。It's not sarcastic. He's very smart. You know why? You want to improve the quality of life. So 你哥哥以后design 一个比较漂亮的 makeup for you 哥哥你已经很漂亮了，说他 make 你很漂亮了No, joke aside 赵贤 you're right. Improve the quality of life. It's true It's true, right? You look at China last time, nobody will want to buy China product. Nobody will want to buy Korean product. But why, you see, it's so competitive. You realize that the Asians' power is rising up. Compete. So this is where we have done our part. Sorry, don't screw up, Zhao Xuan. Don't screw up in the sense that your generation will screw up and end up, the Western power will take over. Okay, always remember the Opium War. Okay, no matter how, you still have to remember this is a true hard fact of life. So, Ziying, why is it globalization so important?
Because there's like a lot of like trade and like knowledge,
That's all?
transportation.
Exactly, I'm looking for the word transportation. Why transportation in the 21st century is so super important? Why is it so important?
Because like every country talks to each other and they need to like trade goods. So transportation needs to be efficient.
You realize that you give me a ring of a bell that it is so important because during the past 2 years, because of COVID-19, all the air service are stopped. A lot of pilots, air stewardess, all the travels was very hard hit, devastating to a lot of people. Traveling, people 真的是有回不了，对吗？ Okay, some of my relatives, friends are very sad. Recently, 2 days ago, I received a very, very sad news from my friend again. Okay, same thing. Like imagine I was thinking, if this is 2 years ago, I think that he can't even 送终 for her mom. Few months ago, the brother passed away. Then after that, 2 days ago, he called me, her mom passed away. Few years ago, her husband passed away. And then she called me, she got cancer. Wow, my goodness. It's really FML. Zhao Xuan, it's really FML. When he called me, when she talked to me that time, in fact, I broke down. Very sad. So what got to do with traveling? Can you imagine a few years ago, I heard story from friends. Parents pass away in other countries, in their homeland, in their hometown, they can't visit because of COVID. So Ziying, you're right, transportation nowadays is a must. That is important. Children, 不要哭，不要哭，赵璇不要哭。赵璇 sister 你给她一张 tissue paper 哈。Okay, it's true because nowadays 10 years later from now on, you guys will not be stationed in Singapore. You'll be flying the whole entire world. The world is like your home already. You have to move about. Okay, because air traveling is like what Ziying said, transportation is super important. Without that, we cannot survive. A lot of things you got to do import and export. Okay, if not, that's it. Thank you very much, Ziying. Xingchan, why do you think this globalization is very important to Singapore?
Singapore has no natural resources, so it needs globalization. So it needs to rely on globalization for imports.
Yes, you got a very good answer. Can you imagine Singapore got no natural resources. The only resources is 就是那个砖块啊。如果你没有东西吃把那个砖拿出来吃Okay, you take it like biscuit Of course cannot eat, right? Because all these are hardcore things that you cannot. So the only resources Xingchan, you're right. 就是宝贝各位的宝贝，就是你们的脑。政府就是在 depend 你们的 brain Okay, the brains that transfer technology, the skill set. Can you write down about learn? So this afternoon, I was driving my son to go for makan. So he was saying, Daddy, why must we do things in different way? So 3 things children. We must learn, relearn, and unlearn. Agree? Write down. We must learn, relearn, and unlearn. Agree, Xiaoxing? Every day we are learning. But when we learn something, we need to relearn, especially for old people with old skill set. 对吗？贝坤到Ziying 对吗？ Right. Like you see, your grandmother, grandfather might be using this kind to learn something to make 粽子 Maybe 他们在做锅贴. They use the old conventional way, like烧柴That means they take the woods to burn, right? Now 我们有 oven, 对不对? Right. The different way of cooking. So your grandparents have to relearn that kind of skill to cook the 锅贴, 对吗? Right. Then for you guys say, 奶奶以前你教我怎么样做，现在为什么用 oven? So you have to unlearn the old ways of doing things and prepare a new way of doing things. Maybe next time, Ziying, when your grandma the time, by making 锅贴 is really different ways of doing it. 知道？你们的奶奶爷爷要以前要打电话要去那个电话局打电话对吗？还是家里有一个电话对不对？That means it's fixed, right? 现在我跟你讲每次都是一样赵璇你sister不见了，走掉了赵璇。你see赵璇每次你有 class 你就可以拿你的 handphone 去 toilet 在厕所打电话给我看我。可是你看现在以前你哪里可以拿电话去 toilet？ 你拿整个电话 toilet 就是 follow the cable 对吗？你整个 cable 跑去 toilet。现在你不用了，你去厕所也可以。I got student even use the laptop in the toilet. Where are you? 我在厕所大便，我不可以 turn on 我的 camera. Which you still can learn, right? True not? So you see, so these are the different sets of that. Don't laugh, no, but this is something different. You see without Zoom, children, do you all do Zoom with your grandparents who are in China? 乔欣有吗？贝坤有吗？ Do you Zoom during Chinese New Year? And my relative are Muslim, so they say they Zoom with me and say, hey, hello, Selamat Hari Raya. 对吗？ Then during Chinese New Year, they Zoom with me. 恭喜发财. They are in Indonesia and Malaysia. Seriously, what will you think of next? Seriously, there's this joke, Chelsea, I'm not sure I told you all before. This old man was sitting beside a punk kid. You know punk? Okay, those好像有所思思的. So the punk kid will got all the gadget with the earpiece, the Bluetooth, the handphone, the tablets. Then you look at the old man of Chelsea and say, oh, so lame, useless, nothing. You know what the old man say to the young punk? Whatever you have on your body, all the gadgets was invented and created and implemented by my generations to your generations. May I know your generations, what are you going to create for your next generation? Good one now, Chelsea. This is what your grandparents has created for your parents, and your parents have created for you. Sorry, Qiao Xing, Zhao Xuan, Zi Ying, Bei Kun, Xing Chen, Yang Xiang. What are you going to create for your next generation? Zhao Xuan, I know, I want to create more burger. I want to create more restaurant. 我要为他们吃得肥肥胖胖，像我这么 QQ， 耶！全部变成是 obesity 了。我虽然是肥，可是我很可爱，我就像那个小熊猫。Okay, all right. What you want to show me, Xing Chen? Thank you. How about Bei Kun? What is your definition of globalization in Singapore?
Like the transfer of knowledge and like skills.
Skills, very true. You know, all these older generations is going to be gone one day. So the skill set is very important. You heard of this story? This morning, I just shared with Xing Chen. Do you know about this ship was quite badly cannot move? This big ship is supposed to be out in the ocean to serve and do transportation. What happened that the ship cannot move? So the boss, Zhao Xuan, Zi Ying, and Qiao Xing, I'm not sure you heard of this story. So the boss asked a few engineers with PhD, with engineering background, and come and check on the ship. No, Qiao Xing, and check. Everyone cannot find the fault of the ship. No. So one of the supervisor told the boss, "Hey, why not I call Mr. Tan, who has been doing this shipping line for 50 years of his life, 50年了，赵姐50年的经验啊。That's what 贝坤讲 transfer of knowledge thanks to your transfer of knowledge 贝坤and Yang Xiang You know what happened, 贝坤? So the boss said, okay, please call Mr. Tan and come in. By the way, Mr. Tan, 他有什么 qualification? 他有什么 degree? Then that supervisor told the boss, 他没有 degree 的，他只是在那边做这个 shipyard for 50 years 这样也可以啊。所以他没有办法了吗？赵贤 no choice right Xing Chen no choice， 他就讲 okay, call him in and let him check on the ship Qiao Xing and Zi Ying you know, after check already less than about 3 hours, the whole ship can move already. Wow, the boss happy, right? Zhao Xuan, right? Because he called so many engineers, he cannot repair the ship. Thanks to Bei Kun, transfer of knowledge. So he said, okay, well done, Mr. Tan. Thank you so much. Now my ship can travel. I can start import and export my goods already. By the way, can you give me your bill? 对吗？人家做工要给钱吗？ Give me your bill. You guess how much it was the bill? Can anyone guess how much was the bill? Wait, Zhao Xuan, for you today, I sent to you, the bill cost this, for 3 hours job, Wow, 眼睛很大哦。So when he received Qiao Xing, what do you think? How much would that be?
300.
Okay, it's $100,000 for a 3-hour job. Of course, Qiao Xing, if your boss is
You
also
sent to me 10,000.
10,000 man? No, 100K, sorry, it's not 10,000. 我少了一个零 It's 100K, no. Qiao Xing is, I think 你说神经病啊。Then he's not happy, right? You ask the Mr. Tan to break down the price of what he do, correct? Okay? So he charge 1 hour is how much, 2 hours is how much, 3 hours. Then he say, Zhao Xuan, I use a hammer, I use a screwdriver, and I use a spanner. So he break down, the spanner costs $10. The screwdriver costs $10. Okay? The hammer costs $10. But you know the last part he put now? The skill cost him 100K. 这是无价之宝 Agree not, Qiao Xing? The money that he earned is for the past. 贝坤，你明白 you understand now? Okay, that's what you mentioned, is the transfer of knowledge, because all these 50 years, 日晒雨淋, day and night, he used all these 50 years of experience. It's like an encyclopedia of him to understand the whole entire ship, like a Google, like a Wikipedia of his brain. Zi Ying, you mean by So you see the skill. So, but these people, you see, this one is not through textbook already. This is where we need people like you. Okay, so this globalizations, and understand that maybe he has been traveling around the world to learn how to repair a ship in different parts of the world through all his skills to learn, to relearn and unlearn. I like these pictures. Next pictures, I love these pictures so much. Yang Xiang, are you back home already? I like this one. I love this picture. You see, when you look at these pictures, guys, you must have four corners, right? One corner, which is this one here. And then another corner, which is this truck, the tractor, right? And then this one here with all the animals. Oh, and then this one, I like this one. You know, I say, help, this is Mother Nature. I think I'm being stalked. Mother Nature. So, okay, I want all of you. This question came out in my previous school examinations. It's very cute. You see different answer. One of the answer is that the bunny's home, the burrow, has been destroyed by this industrial, and people are destroying the habitat, so he's running for his life. This shows that Mother Nature has been taken over by industrializations. Very cute, huh? So the cartoonist interpretations of the impact of globalization. Okay, how does globalization affect the climate and Mother Nature? Now, it took me a while to look for this picture because I feel that this year GCO level, you will be talking about climate changes due to globalizations. All right. So back to you, Ziying, what do you think about this picture? How can you tell the effects of globalization affecting the climate changes? Based on your knowledge and your contextual knowledge as well. Thank you. Xing Chen, next will be you. Please tell me what does this picture depicts and tells you? Are you surprised or not surprised to see this picture, right? Thank you. Xing Chen. I'm sorry, Ziying.
The bulldozer in the background.
Yeah, the
Tearing down
bulldozer.
all the Yeah, it's tearing down all the trees and all the animals are running away from it.
Running for their life. Okay, then.
Then there's a person calling for help because there's a lot of animals surrounding her.
Emergency hotline, huh? Emergency hotline, yeah.
Because there's like a lot of animals surrounding her because the animals were like forced out of their homes.
Yeah. Okay, then what is the impact of these climate changes and what got to do with globalization? What you say from the picture is what I see is what I get from the picture. Fair enough. What is the next step?
Deforestation will cause global warming to be even worse. And a lot of animals will lose their habitats.
This can be based on which chapter? Chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12? 11, no 12. Okay, which chapter do you think? If you look at it, it should be chapter 8 and 9. Okay, thanks. Xing Chen, how do you depict and explain this picture?
It shows how globalization is damaging to the environment.
Some more? Some more? What else? What else?
It shows that deforestation and is a byproduct of globalization, and therefore it's bad.
Byproducts, very good. It's back to the, it's very detrimental to the whole entire climate, okay? That's caused global warming, right? Xing Chen, is it right? Okay, thank you. Back to you, Yang Xiang. Are you able to explain why from this picture, Yang Xiang? Back to you, Bei Kun. Can you explain to me about this picture? Later will be Zhao Xuan and next will be Tiao Xing. Yes, Bei Kun?
Like it shows that globalization is destroying like a habitat of wild animals.
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
And it's hurting Mother Nature.
I like the word, it's hurting Mother Nature. It's slowly having a devastation effect to Mother Nature's and destroying the environment, right?
Yeah.
Is it right? Am I right? Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Back to you, Zhao Xuan. What do you think about this picture here?
Johnny, give me more time.
Okay, Chelsea.
This picture depicts person driving like industrial machinery destroying the
Bulldozer. Yeah,
trees.
that's what they say. Bulldozer.
And you can see that animals are running away. This implies that the humans' efforts of deforestation has impacted the local wildlife and made the lives of the wildlife there harder. Then the telephone stand labeled emergency, which implies that these lands are said to be only to be cut down in times of emergency when we desperately need more land. But in this case, has been the use of emergency have been misused, and logging companies just log the forest areas, claiming it to be emergency when it's not actually one.
Oh, okay. That is something new, man. You're looking at that things differently. That remind of Jia Xing. So that day Jia Xing was, you see, can you imagine the rest in the class I was talking about charity is very good. Charity will help others things. But Jia Xing said differently, you know, Jia Xing. You know what I say? Charity is like people who want to take picture with those kids and then to post them in the social media to let people to acknowledge that they are doing charitable things. So 很虚伪，对吗？ Very hypocrite, which is true. What he say is true. He's the one who look at things differently, as the same as you are looking at the thing differently. So this emergency telephones is not actually what you meant. Correct me if I'm wrong that you're not using it for the Mother Nature to make a call, right? It's for the people who use emergencies to call in case of people deforestation, give them a quick, hey, hello, got someone come and attack. But now this phone is being used for the Mother Nature to give them a call to send a signal to the people to come and stop this bulldozer from destroying the Mother Nature, 对吗? In a different way. So you see, thank you. So please, during your exam, don't just sit there and look at the picture. Oh no. So you can change the pictures into your own ways of how you interpret it. It's seriously how you interpret. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to use this. You know, Jesus got 12 disciples. You know that? 子婴、悲坤、赵玄, all you know. You know, one of these disciples 出卖了 Jesus, 对吗? Right? That's why he was nailed on the cross because of that. You like Ziying, you know what I mean? Like, you're from Christian school, right? Are you? No, okay. But you know, Jesus got one disciple 出卖他, 对吗? That's why he was being betrayed. But they are saying, if let's say one of the disciples don't 出卖他, then 谁会出卖他? You get me now? So it must be someone 做坏人 to sacrifice himself to make the things to happen. You get what I'm saying, Ziying? Have you ever heard this before? 我不入地狱，谁入地狱？听过这句话吗？没有啊？有吗？赵学有听过啊？我不入地狱，谁入地狱？ That means if I don't want to be the bad guy, somebody have to be a bad guy. So myself be the bad guy and 成全其他的人的意思，对吗？赵学。So this is something like what Cao Xing is talking about. So it's like somebody have to make the call, but the call end up to be the Mother Nature to making the emergency call to tell another group of people to stop this deforestation, to stop the bulldozer from destroying the habitat, the environments of these poor little animals here. Oh, well done. Back to you, Zhao Xuan. What do you think?
I think that this picture is implying that
大声一点 near to your mic, please. I can't hear you. Sorry.
I feel like it means like intruding the so-called mother nature's privacy.
Very good word to use. I like the word you use, intruding. It's true. Intruding, invading right now, intruding, invading, and interrupting. Yes, well done, well said. Carry on.
Intruding mother nature's privacy. Because what Mother Nature was saying is she said that help, I think I am being stalked.
Finally got someone say this. Actually, I'm waiting for this. Well done. The being stalked is actually privacy, intruding the privacy. Right, carry on. I want to see what is the next level you talk about it.
So it's more like the people are like using Mother Nature's own privacy without her permission.
Oh, okay. 不请而来，对吗？
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, hello, excuse me, this is Mother Nature here, no? Who give you the right to come in and do all these things? You see, it's just because you got all the machinery, all the power, you come and destroy us like that without informing us and telling us. You see, what he's saying that Mother Nature also is part and living thing. That means they have the rightful ownership to stay on this Mother Earth, to own their own piece of fresh air, their lands for survival. But now, yeah, because you are humans, you got the upper hand, more authority, more powerful machines, you come and destroy us. Sad to say, carry on. Well done.
I think that's all.
That's all. Okay, Yang Xiang, your turn. Are you there, Yang Xiang?
Yes.
What do you think about this picture here? Are you able to turn on the camera?
John, I haven't fixed my computer yet.
Okay,
Wait,
carry on.
Also, this also implies that the people.
Hold on, hold on. Let Yang Xiang talk first.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, what do I think of this photo?
Mm.
Is that human is doing a lot of damage to nature.
Carry on, carry on. You don't just write one sentence like that for your exam. Carry on.
So it's supported by this guy in the truck, like
Bulldozer,
Ramping.
bulldozer.
the bulldozer wrapping the logs of a tree, and the line that says help, this is Mother Nature, I think I'm being stopped. So this
But why
suggests
they
that
use the word being stalked instead? Is like, hi, this is Mother Nature. I think I'm in danger. Instead of
Because-
using danger, you're using being stalked.
because we just wouldn't leave nature alone, we have to keep on damaging it. Despite everyone saying that we should stop doing harm to nature, but no one actually seems to give a damn. Yeah.
No actions, yeah.
Yeah. Like the no action talk only, NATO.
NATO. No action talk only. Okay, yes. Some more?
So this suggests that humans are like doing damage. Are like continuously like doing damage to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Like we're not leaving her alone.
We can't leave Mother Nature alone. It's like constantly we are like intruding their privacy, interrupting the whole Mother Nature's that because of that, Mother Nature's get angry and start to create natural disaster to us. So it's a ya huan ya, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Sad, very sad. Yes, thank you so much, Yang Xiang. What do you want to say, Zhao Xuan?
I'm saying that this also implies that the humans are selfish and wanting to take everything for themselves.
Very self-centered, very egoistic, very not only selfish, well said. Not only we are selfish, but we only think for our own benefit right now. We only think for our own benefit. But do you realize by cutting more trees, if you study geography, you know, right? By cutting more trees, you are creating more carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, Ziying? Right? You know, trees are important to the environments. Now, if you don't believe, we know that Indonesia, right, every year they will cut and slash and burn, right, all the haze coming. So now you understand why Singapore have to plant a lot of trees so that they can absorb all these so-called poisonous gas to prevent. But no matter how, we still very hard to stop them because the way they cut and burn their plantations is I think 10 times of Singapore size. So we cannot compete in this way. All right, thank you so much. So how does globalization affect the climate and mother natures? So you have said it before. So let me add something more to these features. Number one is that globalizations has impacts climate changes because of right now the evolutions of industrializations. Okay. Number two, because the can you write down seriously? Jiao Xing, 你不在啊, Jiao Xing? Okay, you're back. Thank you. So one of the reasons, Jiao Xing, due to what I want to add on is because of the evolutions of industrializations. So do you know that handphone, they need some gold inside, right? So they have to go and dig, and now you see all is a mother nature using the or 那个矿. So that's evolution of industrialization. Second reason is that globalizations is for their own benefits in terms like they do it for the sake of overpopulation right now. Hello, please write down. Because of overpopulations, the world is going to have 7 to 8 billions of people. Okay. Yeah, definitely humans are all selfish. So because of, if you want to study history, like Qiao Xing, Ziying also history. No, who is history here? Pei Kun, are you history? No, Yang Xiang also not, right? Xing Chen. So Xing Chen and Qiao Xing, if you're studying history, you know why Japan go to war, right? One of the reasons is overpopulation, correct? And one of the reasons also industrial revolution, because of the discovery of the tin, TIN, 那个 canned food, tin, and the discovery of rubber, right? So they manufacture things. So this is the reason why people replace the plantations to rubber tapping, to tin, to dig up all the quan, or ORE, to look for tins and all these things. Okay. Let's move on to all these topics. A huge topic to discuss, in fact. Any more? Okay, no, right. Let's stop here. So I'm going to go through this one. Next week, I'm going to share with you about the COVID-19 from one of the paper, right? By one of my students. So, where's my, oh, okay, here. Thank you. Now, this is go back for the revisions. So we know about all the T. Thank you, Pei Kun. You talk about technology transfer and the knowledge transfer, and then transformation to third world to first world, which is something like what in the past of Singapore transfer to today's first world. A lot of things have replaced. A lot of things that not only technology but the skill set has also replaced. And then transactions that we become a Singapore hub, as what Qiao Xing said. We become a business hub, an education hub, a biopolis hub. All this is the efforts of transformation for number 5 and number 6. Qiao Xing, Pei Kun, that's what you say, right? Transfer of knowledge, right? So just like the ship owner, a good example, right, Pei Kun? The bill 100,000, just based on his 50 years of experience to earn that 100,000, really is not easy. That means I think he went through a lot of ups and downs. So out of this 60, just a quick one, okay, just in case it come up for SRQ, because I got a lot of slides more to go. Which one do you think is the most important, Yang Xiang?
Technology.
Why, please?
Cause with technology, right, it can drive developments in transportation, and also people can like sharing of information can be also like easier.
Okay, thank you, sir. How about Xing Chen? Out of 1 to 6, which one do you think is important to you? How are you going to implement this in future for your company or for your own business? So Yang Xiang, sorry, you will use technology as a fourth frontier for your company and for your own business, right, in future, if let's say, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Back to you, Xing Chen.
Technology.
Yes, please. Why?
All of the other 5 are reliant on technology.
Oh, okay. Explain this.
Uh, all forms of modern transport are based on technology. Transactions, you need technology to be able to print unique monetary currency that cannot be
talking about
forged, or it's very
cryptocurrency?
difficult to forge.
Okay. Like our
No.
notes, the US notes.
All money is difficult to forge. All
Okay,
money is
very true.
difficult to forge.
Very true. Well said. Well said. That for transport, can I add in one thing called GPS? Agree? We want to use global positioning system to track our transport, air, land, and sea. Okay, good. How about number 4? Okay, carry on your answer, Xingchen. Please write down, because it will help you. It's true. You can forge about the currency. Thank you so much. Carry on, Xingchen.
4th one is reliant on 2nd and 3rd one, which already was talked about. Transformation from a third world to first world country is also technology, since you need technology in order to improve the quality of life of the citizens. And which is transport, which is also technology.
The last one.
That's all.
Thank you. Pei Kun, which one is more important to you and your company or your future business? Pei Kun?
Transfer of knowledge.
Okay, why?
Because with the transfer of knowledge, the company can find out new and efficient ways to do stuff.
To do what? Sorry?
Like to improve.
Oh, to improve the quality, write down. To improve the quality of life, to improve the quality of services, write down, please. To improve, imagine there are 2 ways of strategy. Why do you think transfer of knowledge is more important than technology? Let's say, so that's where you can add in, improve the quality of life. In fact, both also can, to be honest, right, Pei Kun? Improve quality of life, improve quality of services, and also improve the defense also. Agree now? The defense. Okay, they use the defensing of the country. Any more?
No more.
That's all. Thank you. Ziying, your turn. Which one? 1 to 6.
I also think transfer of knowledge is important
Okay,
because
你跟他回家。你跟贝公回家，你 follow 他吗？OK， 开玩笑。OK， all right， Ziying.
because knowledge is very important. Like you can help people advance and progress. With
Oh, I like the word you say. Transfer of knowledge can help a country to progress. Well done. Well said.
and then like
So-
if they have the knowledge, then they also can have like, then they will also like know how to build fast transport, good technology, and
Wow. Okay. Thank you. That remind me of this story. I'm not sure it's quite true or not because I don't really study that part of story. Zhao Xuan, maybe you can enlighten me or Qiao Xing or Xing Chen. When US dropped the atomic bomb, Ziying, thanks for your this one transfer of knowledge, saying that the progress. When Japan was being bombed by the US, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, later on Russia came out with its own atomic bomb, right? Then China decided to learn from them. But China, correct me if I'm, when you're learning from the Russian Communist Party that time, the scientists and the China scientists cannot see eye to eye. And they did not do that. But end up, China has to come out its own of transfer of knowledge and progress it to be one of now, you see, the best arsenal. Okay, with 3 aircraft carrier. Correct now, Qiao Xing? 3 aircraft carrier, right? And then with the best fighter plane jets, drones, and all the arsenal that they have in China to bring out the mighty strengths of the military power in this 21st century. So you see, Ziying, At that time, when China was having like Xiaoxing, you know, right, during the Korean War, right, the China had to borrow weapons from Russia and all this, right? And all now you see why. And you see, for the sake of protecting the North Korean, there were thousands of soldiers that died during the war from the Chinese Communist Party. Oh, by the way, Xiaoxing, can you type this word? Can you type CCCP? This one suddenly I think of it one for the benefit of the history student. 我想我的课很 boring 吗？需要这样嘴巴这么大吗？好像河马这样。哎呀，真是哎，过分哎。Okay, Chelsea, have you seen this word before now? What does it stand for?
Isn't it
Have I told you this
China's
before?
Communist Party?
Hello, China Communist Party 是2个 C 哎，你骗我啊？这个有3个 C 哎。幸亏哦 ，yes， 哇，贝坤 ，steady man brother， 这个是英文 spelling 啊，我要 English spelling for CCCP 啊。Xiaoxing, you Google it. This is under CCCP, Communist Party of Russia. Is this the first time you hear that? You see that? Hello, bro. Is this the first time? Yeah. So take note, there's this feature called show CCCP. I got a student misinterpreted that this feature is the Russian got support by the Chinese Communist Party. Then later you put this Central Chinese Communist Party is absolutely wrong. 贝坤，你怎么知道啊？ I'm so proud of you. You don't do history, right? But how come you don't? Hello, Pape, can you answer me?
There's always something called Google search.
No, yeah, Google. Do you Google or not? Seriously, do you really Google it? Huh? No reply. I'm not looking at you. I want to help. I want to help Xiaoxing for this one to prove that I'm not wrong to tell him this. Sorry if you don't mind. Okay. Thanks. Anyway, just to move on. Ziying mentioned about this transfer of knowledge. Zhao Xuan, your turn. Xiaoxing, give me a minute. I want to show you an SPQ about the SSS one.
Okay,
Yes, sorry, my dear.
So for me, right, you say if it's for me and my company, I'll choose transnational.
哇，你很野心哦！哇，我
I
喜
mean,
欢你
yeah,
好，
so
你好像是曹操嘞，你很像曹操嘞，只是少了那个胡须而已。哇 ，steady brother, I like it.
So for transnational, I will advertise my company's product to other countries. So that I can change my company from an SME to a MNC, and then so that I can earn more money, and I spread my company around the world.
你真的是够贱，我喜欢。商人就是每个人都是奸商啊，没有你没有听过奸very sly businessman 出的 ？All businessmen are sly, but sorry 赵璇 you are not wrong 每个商人都是很奸诈的，可是不是每个商人都是坏的，对吗？有好的商人 got a good businessman, right? When you are a good businessman, you take the money to donate to charity, to help the poor, to become philanthropist, right? 对吗？赵璇，大慈善家，对吗？没有错哦。Well done. Very good. Well said. Well said. It's true. Thank you so much, Zhao Xian. Wow, I like the way you say that. Transnational is more important. Okay, so you see, there's no right or wrong answer. Well done. Carry on. Who's done? Yang Xiang say already, right? 子英到你Xiaoxing.
I feel that transnational is the most important one.
Yes, please.
As many of the modern day problems requires fixes that in part needs support from every country. For example, world poverty, world hunger is not one country alone cannot solve world hunger. So we need the help of all the countries working together to strive for a common goal. As such, like having a transnational communication system that's the most effective will give us the best opportunity to stop such world plaguing events. For another example, a lot of the modern day problems are not like in one country alone. So for example, COVID reluctance to wear masks was not a problem faced by maybe America alone, but like America, the UK, all these countries have the same problem. So having a transnational communication system, they can share ideas and share views that which are things that worked and which are things that did not work. Like this will mitigate the impact of such plagues in the future.
Since you say the transnational is so important, like Zhao Xuan, then how come what is the United Nations doing when Russia is attacking Ukraine? And what is the functions of NATO when they are not doing the NATO? The NATO was not doing anything to help Ukraine. Chelsea, back to you. You mentioned, you say they are there, right? Correct, my brother. Then how? How, brother?
I do agree that I personally believe that the UN has done little to help with the Ukraine-Russia crisis, but at the same time, I still believe that their hands might be tied in this situation, especially since Russia is still a big world power and it's very hard to do anything against them. However, there have been attempts such as sanctions so that they lose trade opportunities with other countries in the UN, especially this will be very important, especially since Russia also kind of relies on materials from other places. So having these sanctions would decrease Russia's capability of taking over Ukraine.
Hey, brother, but that doesn't make sense. Not you. I'm not. Whatever you say is 100% correct. Isn't it like history is going to repeat itself? That's what's happened to Hitler, right? Remember when he took away Rhineland, right? He forced them to pay the reparations, right? 对吗? Then Japan also, Japan was being forced out of US trade. And then because of that, and Italy also, all these are being forced to push them into one corner. As a result, they have no choice but to wage a war. So, Qiao Xing, Xingchen, Ziying, Bei Kun, Zhao Xuan, and Yang Xiang, isn't it 变成要逼那个 Russian 走投无路逼到那个一个 corner 的时候 Russia turned around and start shooting at every one of them Isn't it back to World War II already? 你听过聚少成多一个 chopstick 可以弄断10个 chopstick 很难弄断 So 不是那是 Saddam Hussein 对吗 Qiao Xing, where all the world gang out together and attacked Iraq, right? And finally they won, right? And US was the team leader so-called to attack Iraq. So why can't US do the same now with all the European country to gang out and move their troops to Ukraine and start whacking Russia? At the same time, behind Russia is Japan. Japan also is eyeing for a long time to attack Russia. You know why now, Qiao Xing? To take back some of the islands. If you study history, you should know, right? Some of the islands was taken by Russia after World War II because Japan lost to them. So it's time for Japan to take back all these islands. So it's a good opportunity also, right? 对吗？两边打他吗？前面跟后面，这一定会有两败俱伤的嘛。But 为什么他们不要呢？ Since you mentioned transnational, what is the main reason that why the war is not being triggered at this point of time? Chelsea? All of you, anyone, you can take part in the answer, please. Not just Chelsea, you can type your answer, please. Like Zhao Xuan, sometimes you're very active, you type your answer. I love it, I really love it. Don't just between me and Chelsea, all of you have to take part, you don't mind. Same as Yang Xiang. Yes, back to you, Chelsea.
I don't really have an answer right now.
就是说他们按兵不动，对吗？按兵不动，就是作弊，不是说头无归，做事不理这样。Let's say 为什么？比如说你现在是那个分析这样 military strategy planning. What is the first thing that come to your mind that why they are not going to support the Ukraine and attack Russia? What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
First thing that comes to mind. Because in modern day, it's very hard. It's not very hard. It's very risky for someone to declare war on, like a neutral country to declare war, because the amount of weaponry that we have and the destructive, how destructive the weapons are. So a lot of countries will be reluctant to openly say that I'm gonna fight with Ukraine against Russia, because there is always the prospect of nuclear war, and no other
Okay.
country wants to hold on to, like wants to have this risk onto them.
Okay, bro. Let's say now we put nuclear war aside. We don't use nuclear, we use normal fighting. Okay, don't press the button of nuclear war. Okay, we put nuclear war aside, just like World War II, like that attack. Okay. Why? Okay, you are there, you are absolutely right. But why do you think that besides risk, what else? Besides the pressing of button, everyone is scared to press the button and create the whole entire global problems and global warming or even whole pollutions. Okay, back to you, Chelsea.
I'm not so sure.
The reason is because if the NATO or the United Nations will wage Russia, okay, you're not only waking up the polar bear, the giants. Okay, you have to understand Russia has a lot of things around the world, and also that they also have their own fellow citizens in Russia. True now, Chelsea? Let's say, for example, if Singapore against Russia, and if Russia want to attack Singapore, do you know how many Russian people are here in Singapore? Do you agree that not all the Russians support Putin? True now? Right. Not everyone support Russians Putin, because this war, you see, in World War II, they fight because their livelihood, they are jobless. Okay, they are being as one common enemy, that is to get rid of the Jews, 对吗？ Xiaoxing? Right. Japan also the same. They want to get rid the Chinese, so they have a common objective to do that and become the strongest Asian for Japan. Same as the Germany. So when Russia is doing that, in my opinion, has a strategies, military strategies, I think they will want to anping putong, not to move anything until they want to see the right opportunity when Russians has somehow exhausted their manpower, their military mights, and like what you mentioned, the sanctions of the economic trades might slowly weaken not only their currency, but their morale of the people. So they have this Chelsea, they're waiting for internal revolution, internal civil war, internal conflict. 就是自己人打自己人. That's where when someone inside there, hey, hello, Chelsea, come and help me now. I cannot. Then you got the reason, the excuse to come in to help this group of people. Chelsea, it all happens most of the time in African countries when all these people will ask for help from the Western power to come in. And then when they come in already, they help them to liberate the place, then they start to put in their resources in. Okay. So before I forget, Chelsea, some of you are doing history for the benefit of you understanding the history things. Chelsea, you see this? You see this one here? You see this one? You see that? Okay, is it too small? I make it bigger. Okay, what does this picture tells you? Sorry guys, don't mind I put in a bit of history here and social study here. So this guy is wearing a hat, represent the Western power, okay? So this Western power was laughing at their 5-year plans. Remember the industrial in 1928. Chelsea, you understand, the industrial and the collectivizations. So this CCCP, you see 5 to 4 years. So this CCCP represent Russia. So when you see the next picture, when they show Russia, the industrial booming, their business are growing, okay? The Western is like, putting a very sour face. You can see on my side here, I got a lot of SPQ pictures. Okay, it came out in one of the exam. This is only slide A, part A. Okay, then I'll show you another part to prove that this CCCP represent Russia. You see a stamp, Chelsea? It look like a stamp, right? Then you see the CCCP. So please take note, do not write as in China. This is a Russian communist. Now, are you clear, Chelsea? Ken? So let's talk about the 60. Thank you for all your sharing. Very fruitful, very meaningful. I'm very surprised that some of you, after so many months, we revised these globalizations. We talked so much about the past few months about globalizations and technologies that can be transport is all about the keyword, the air, land, and sea. Transactions is talking about the tax and tariff, a tax or duty to be paid on a particular class of import and export, which how Singapore earn all this money from the import and export of the car, luxuries goods, the liquor, the cigarettes, you name it. And transnational is also like, thank you, Zhao Xuan. I like the way you say from a SME to a MNC and start to expand your business. And it is good that the transformations from the third world, which is Singapore in 1965, after our independence till today, excuse me, 50 over years, we become the first world country to, of course, now we are talking about the transfer of knowledge, how with these old guts, not me, our grandparents, the old guts, is going to transfer the knowledge to me, your parents, and to you, the next generation. Is it through technology, to skill set, or through books of things like all the knowledge that is being written down and shared? And this will help to transform the whole entire country to the next level. So these are the 10, 11 countries for ASEAN. In case you come out from social study, at least you get to know them, okay? So I use this as an ABC. Okay, you can take a look, you can take a picture if you want to write this for your SRQ. Okay, so Ziying, I use ABC, ability, broader country. So in case you do not know how to write about definition of globalizations, how globalization can help Singapore to transform, you can use this. Globalization is the ability to help Singapore to broaden the country in many defined territories, for example, into ASEAN, the exchange goods and services in a global platform, in a formulated manners, which is true. Like, do you know Singapore currency is stronger than Malaysia now? Recently, the ringgit is 3.3 versus $1 of Sing. Okay. What is globalizations? So it's about interconnect, internetworking, interchange, intertwine, and of course, the most important is international. Okay. So development of transportation, you can see these two things, seaport and airports. Okay, this is one of the reasons why it makes Singapore to be very flourished in terms of their trade, in terms of bringing goods and services since Stamford Raffles until now, bringing all these trades to a next level, and now they are improving using technology. Okay, like Zhao Xuan, you say you want to be transnational, but no matter how from SME to MNC, you still have to invest a lot in technology, right? Because this is where you are bringing, because you want to do big business, you want to do global. Now, if you want to do international business, the company in other countries also want to look at to see whether your company can support, can sustain, and can supply those things they ask for. Whether the turnaround time when you ship the goods to them, are they able to receive in the best possible and quick manner? Thank you for what Zhao Xuan and Xiaoxing mentioned, right, about the growth of MNC. The growth of MNC is also very critical. Without small, medium enterprise, SMC cannot grow. Agree not, Zhao Xuan? We all started from a one-man show. Then later you got married, your wife come in. Then later you bring in your sister to help you, your parents to help you. And then you get a few workers. Then after Zhao Xuan, you become 80 years old, you're old man already. You decided to pass the business to your son, to your grandson. Correct? Right? 所谓你听过这句话吗？福不过三代。听过吗？赵贤有听过吗？福啊，福气的福，福不过三代。有听过吗？乔欣，你有听过吗？福不过三代。That means the father passed to the son passed to the son, which is a grandson. After the grandson, usually the business cannot last long. The business will collapse. Okay, we are talking about the dynasty Tan Song Yan Ming Qing. You realize 一个朝代转眼很快，对吗？子怡 Right? Why? Because they always have this mentality that no, we only keep to within our family. But do you realize that in multinational company like McDonald's, HP, Citibank, all these companies, they don't pass their wealth to the next generation like that. They only pass to those who are good leaderships, who are able to run a business, okay, who are able to manage the business better. Of course, you can pass to the son, but if the son or grandson is lousy, they will get someone to replace them so that the business can last for longer. That's the concept of Western thinking. So advanced on technology, you must know, guys, no matter how this is inevitable, you need to know that in future, you need technologies to really make your platform. So when you're writing the essay, it's best that one of the points is to be using technology as one of your main argument and strategic argument as well, okay? So keep in mind, globalization is here to stay for a very long time. So either you live with it or live out of it. So manage your 5T well to get the new things in your life, open up your eyes to see, to look forwards for new venture, which is what Zhao Xuan mentioned, right? You want to expand your business. So positioning your stand well in the global economy is very important. Quickly responding for survival. Taking a small step at a time is usually very hard for a small company like Singapore. That's why Zhao Xuan and Qiao, you want to expand the business in the global platform to see the virtue of the other citizens. So Singapore cannot just do the GDP internal market. He needs globalization to support the big platform. Okay, it's a wise decision. Singapore is because we have a natural positions, a good place, a deep harbor for people to transport their cargo here. So we have to make use of the good environment to yield for the best result. Okay, this one we don't talk about it. So extract 1 and 2. This is a question, sir. So technology advancement have changed the way. And then in 1970, there was this MNC and development in transport. So the question asks you for number 1, extract 1. State that technology advancement changed the way in which we access information. In your opinion, how else can technological advancement impact Singapore? One of the way technology impacts Singapore is used recently, the COVID-19 Trace Together, where they make sure the well-being of every Singaporean, every foreigners, everyone on the soil of Singapore are well taken care of, protected, prevented, and also provide good healthcare services. So that is how technology works in Singapore by sending, oh guys, hey, you all must go for your second booster. You know about recently the cases are getting more hot, 10,000, wow, like nobody, like stock market going out suddenly so high. So Uncle Raymond is going for my second booster next month. I'm very scared. Every time I go booster and check, I 2 weeks sick. So this is one way of getting getting a message from an SMS saying, Raymond, it's time for you to go for your booster check. So this is one technology way to, and also when I go for medical checkup, they will send me a health card to tell me whether I pay the bills or not, when is my medical appointment, things like that. So back to you all, can you tell me one of the ways that technologies can transform, advance, and impact Singapore? See, later will be Yang Xiang, Xing Chen, turn on your camera. Back to Pei Kun, Qiao Xing, and Zhao Xuan, you'll be last. Back to you, Ziying. Which is one of the best way to access information? Pei Kun. Question A, So the impact I use healthcare to daily impacts their way of life using the Trace Together. Pei Kun. Xing Chen. Xing Chen, are you there? Yeah, okay, question A, Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Then the question is there, what? It's on the screen. I don't need to repeat. Just look at the question and tell me your answer. The question is there. Yes, Lao Xuan.
Is the trading with other countries.
Trading with other countries. How? How can these technologies help in trading of to Singapore?
Okay, so you see, right? Improvement in technology. Last time, before airplane was invented, they used ships,
What was invented? Sorry.
aeroplanes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they use ships to trade, but then it will take very long because the ship traveling to other countries. Yeah, it will take very long for the ship to travel to other countries. But as the technological advancement advanced, airplane is created, and then the trade and the improved efficiency of trade between countries, causes
The time to be shortened, the
Yeah.
goods to deliver faster. Wow, 你真的有听课嘞。This is what the start of today's lesson. I was talking about air transport trading. You're right, Zhao Xuan. That's why I say a lot of air pilots and air stewardess are out of job. Now they open out, and then people cannot travel at that time. Then they close down the airport and unemployment. Yes, well done. 你真的有听课 well done. Yes, this is one solid point that it really help you to bring out the next level. Yeah, true. 真的。我看你可以，我不懂你这个身材哦，坐在那个飞机可以吗？开玩笑，开玩笑，开玩笑啊，不要生气，因为你真的很高大哦，子韵 1.8 or 1.9 meter. Can you imagine the captain of the airplane? With the passengers of the Zhao Xuans, can you please sit at the business class? The economy class is too small for you. Thank you. You will be on the house for the SIA. 麻烦以后你 book business class. 你这种身材不要做 economy class. 哇，你赚到了，你做 business class. And it's very true, no, seriously. Now, things like this, we need aeroplanes because we want to cut time the cost effectiveness. Right now, our cost effectiveness. 真的你有听课啊，很好。Next one. 星辰 your turn. The question is there already. Why are you unmute your camera? Hi, 星辰
Can I have more time?
Okay, Yang Xiang, what do you think for question A?
Can facilitate sharing of information.
Sharing of what?
Information.
Like what, for example?
For example, for example, like students every day we if we don't know anything, we can just simply go like Google search and find the things that we need lah. And this is due to the courtesy of other people from around the world, like adding the information and like all the information accumulating in the internet, as well as also many people. This can also allow people from different countries to like team up, to team up to solve a problem like Singapore's NUS and some I forget the company, some company from the USA, they collaborate together to form the H1N1 vaccine or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well done. You remind me of this. I like the way you use the word courtesy. Thanks to the courtesy of other companies and countries to contribute and connect and give creative ideas to give Singapore. And this remind me of Yang Xiang. Thank you. Recently got this couple in Singapore, right? They support and they scam a lot of people of buying expensive and luxurious goods and ostentatious goods. And then they ran away out of Singapore and hide in Malaysia and Thailand. Thanks to the courtesy of the police investigation in Thailand and Malaysia, we are able to caught them red-handed in one of the hotel in Malaysia or Thailand and brought them back to justice to Singapore and serve their sentences. And that is one way of technology exchange of ideas. And it's very important, especially in today's world, there are all these terrorist bombing here and there. Sharing of information is the paramount important. Very good. Back to you, Pei Kun.
I think technological advancement can affect Singapore because like it can make people acquire new skills faster and easier.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, brother. Well done, man. We are talking right now, skill future. Come on. True. Because we're learning to Zoom and during the time. Well done, brother. Well done. Very good. It is very, very true. Skill future. 谢谢你. Okay, that's where the learn, relearn, and unlearn. Very, very the truth. 谢谢你. Okay, next. Who's done? Zing? I don't want to force you all. If you want to say, you just say. If you want to pass, then pass. Okay? So don't waste time. Every time, every second now is important. Zing?
Can I pass?
Oh, sure. So you don't like me, purposely pass me. Emotional damage. At least not like 赵轩，他从头开始都有听我的歌。Very emotional, happy 呀。Back to you, Chelsea.
I feel that my classmates have said quite a lot for this question and answered to a point that I don't think I have anything to add on, so I'll pass.
Okay, thank you. And next question. Extract 2 and 3. Describe 2 driving forces of globalization growth of this. Do you think that MNC is more important than transport? Okay, come. Zhao Xuan.
I feel like the development in transport is more important than MNC, than growth in MNC.
刚才你讲 MNC transnational important， 现在你讲 transport more important than MNC， 来，我洗耳动听 ，come。
Development in transport, like I just said, improves the efficiency of goods being transported, and then it will obviously be a very, very good helping hand for the MNCs.
Good helping hand, very good. What else?
The development in transportations also increases the information exchange from other countries, which can also help the MNCs to improve their business better.
Okay, you give me right now. E plus E equal to E. Right now, E plus E is efficiency, effectiveness equal to excellent, 对吗?
Yeah.
Efficiency of the people who do the transportation, effectiveness about how the transport move about. So to give the country, the business, and excellence business opportunity. Yes, well done. Okay. Can we continue?
Yeah. So now I say the growth of MNC is more important than the developments in transportations.
Yes.
Because the growth in MNCs can improve the country's economics, which can, if the country's economics can improve, they can have like more money to build their infrastructure better.
Yes.
Yeah, hence it also improving technology, and hence improving transportation.
Oh, so you're improving the quality service of the transportation. Yeah, because you got money, you can buy better. Now, that remind me of the MRT. Yeah. Do you realize many years ago, MRT keep breaking down?
Yeah.
The parents will not break down. Sorry, the train break down until you fed out. I tell you, you can 跟你的朋友打赌，来，我跟你讲一定停半个小时，那到停31分，哈哈，你输我5块钱，我打赌赢了。来，我跟你讲，哪一个 station 会 break down， 爸爸又会 break down， 哇，错了 ，Ang Mo Kio， 来输我5块钱。Until everyone can predict where the train can break down, all these things. When finally Singapore start to invest the infrastructure, like what you mentioned, good quality services of the transportations, with the trains moving better for efficiency, effectiveness, and give them the excellent services. Well done. 你有听课，很好。不像其他学生这边没有听课啦。开玩笑啊。Okay, thank you so much. Any more to say? No. Ziying?
I think development in transportation is more important because, like, transportation, you can transport many like goods and services all across the country or like the world.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. Pei Kun, if you want to add some more, by all means, I won't stop you. Pei Kun. Next will be Yang Xiang. After Pei Kun will be Yang Xiang and Xin Chen. Yes, Pei Kun. Yes, Yang Xiang. Transport or MNC?
The developments in transport is more important as the developments in transport provides it makes transportation like from like countries to country like faster and more reliable and affordable. Like for example, for example planes, right? Back then, right? It can only travel to a top speed of 800 kilometers per hour and a maximum of 2,400 km before it has to stop.
I
and
really don't know
refuel.
about this. Seriously, yeah, okay.
No, just on my job knowledge, I have to know. Then I just use it for SS.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
This will add in your bonus to your SS. Very good. Carry on.
Yeah. So for example, from Singapore to London, it takes 2 to 4 days to reach. But nowadays, right, planes can travel like an average of 800,000 kilometers per hour, max distance of 15,700 meters, km, sorry, yeah. And so it takes only like around like 14 hours to reach from Singapore to London. So it's faster. And also with the introduction of budget airlines, right, it makes like traveling and like transport more affordable.
Well done.
So the elements in MSC, right, is like one example of an MSC, it's like Starbucks. It requires many things from many different countries, like the beans from like Africa and those I would say less developed countries.
Yes.
Yeah. And to help its market and like to operate its 21,000 shops in like worldwide. So but comparing both of them, I feel that the developments in transportation, it helps to drive the growth in MNCs, because let's say if developments in transportation it doesn't develop that well, then the things in the Starbucks, it will take like longer to reach their worldwide stores and hence disrupt the growth of its MNC, of its business. So yeah, developments in transportation is more important.
Yeah, because during the British Empire colonizations, British has the strongest naval base in the 18th century and 19th century, right? And it's also important during the Ming Dynasty, the Ming Cao, where 郑和下西洋, you can see the majestic junk, the warship coming down to show the significant effects of coming down to Southeast Asia. Yeah, thank you. Xin Chen. Xin Chen, are you there? How about you, Chelsea? Which one do you think is more important?
I believe that the growth of MNCs are the most more important driving factor.
Okay.
Mainly because growth of MNCs is this pushing factor that leads us to develop our infrastructure. For example, the growth of MNCs increasing the number of factories that they have in Singapore, Jurong Island, has led the Singapore government currently have to build a new line just to serve the Jurong region area, so that they can, so the workers can be able to get from the Jurong East MRT to the different parts of the Jurong Island, so that they can get to work easier and on time more often. So having this development of the MNCs in Singapore will cause the push to more infrastructure to help build up these MNCs and try and attract more NMCs into Singapore and boosting our economy. And this boost will be able to in turn allow us to reinvest this money into infrastructure. So this the first growth of MNCs will allow us to kickstart the process of prosperity.
So you're saying it's no point I have a best transport airline and see everything, but no MNC company come to Singapore and do business. It's useless. It's best. Sorry?
I agree, it's true.
So 我可以做到我的家很漂亮，我的 hotel 很漂亮，可是没有人来光顾好像龙门客栈这样。那个戏龙门客栈。So what Chelsea say is that first of all, we must attract the MNC to come to Singapore because it's a more like cheap and cost. It's true, that's what's happening in the 1965 when they allowed people to come in. Then slowly, surely, they start to build the infrastructure to entice and attract people. Yes, you can say that, Ziying. Thank you. Can you send to the class, please? Well said. So you see, before Singapore built, now Changi Airport Terminal 5 is coming out. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. But why they build all this transport? Because they realize that in the near future, there are more MNC company coming in, which you are right, Xiao Xing. They have more these MNC to bring in their taxes, their revenue, their income. They create job opportunities. So now they have all these MNC coming in. Now they are demanding, hey, hello, I trust your country to develop all these things. I have the infrastructure. Now I need the best transportation system to bring my goods and services to the next level. And it is true now, Xiao Xing. You know, if you study Set 1, Set 2, right? When Sir Stamford Raffles came to Singapore, they don't build the best transport, right? True now. They asked William Farquhar to build the infrastructure to allow people to trade, to build nice facility first. So once you have facilities and once you have security services like the police, anti-pirates, and how to control the secret society in Singapore and allow free trade in Singapore and free docking system, DOCK, for the ship to dock on this. And then slowly they start to build the infrastructure where that is true, the transport, right? They bring in all these things. You are absolutely right. So what Ziying say that transport can also boost the country economy like Singapore International Port as well as the airport. Yes, with this seaport and airport, this is the main breadwinner. This is the main criteria. This is the core value right now. The core value that Singapore must need it. Without this seaport and airport as well as the land transport to Malaysia and to the whole part of Singapore. That's why Ziying, you remind me of COE, Certificate of Entitlement, where they control the population of the car. If the car is too much and congested with this small space in Singapore, like what Yang Xiang talking about, the space and scarcities, good luck. People will not want to invest in because it's the time traveling. But then we got ERP, but yet we still always got jam here and there. But not compared to like Bangkok, to London, to India, to Japan, or to Indonesia, all these countries where they don't have certificate of entitlement, they just sell the car like nobody business. What happened? They congested so that they do not have the best transport system. Oh, by the way, Xiao Xing, there was a survey. I just listened to the news. Singapore was out of 57 or 90 something country city in the world. Singapore was the number one. Okay, number one what? Not transport. Number one. What is that word called? In terms of travel, infrastructures of routes. That means we use transport. The best number one public transport and transport system. Yeah, transport system in the world in terms of how many traffic light, how is the congestions, how is the pollutions, how the road was being designed, how the road expressway, how cleanliness the road is. True now, Xiao Xing, if you travel with your daddy car or what, you see the 两旁都是有树的，很美的，很好看，没有垃圾的，每天有清洁工人去捡那棵树做这些。And all these are through taxpayer money. So when people come to invest in Singapore, they feel good about it. Okay, thank you. Pei Kun and Xing Chen. No? Don't have? I think you are very stressed for tomorrow paper, right? So I wish all of you good luck to your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday also got paper. I heard the listening compre was quite tough, right, on Friday. Is it true? It was quite tough.
Yeah.
Is the speaker one that is tough?